Before we create anything in Azure, let's make sure our environment is ready. In this video, I'm going to install Ansible, verify all required components, connect to Azure, and then create our first Azure resource using automation. Now, let's take a quick look at the components we'll be using throughout this series. Since I'm working on Windows, I'll use WSL and Ubuntu to provide a Linux environment where Ansible can run natively. Next, we have Python, which is required because Ansible is built on top of Python. We'll also have Azure CLI, which allows us to authenticate securely to Azure and interact with our subscription. Then comes Ansible itself, the automation engine that will execute our playbooks and perform actions in Azure. To manage Azure resources, we'll use Azure Collection, which provides Azure specific modules for Ansible. Behind the scenes, the Azure SDK libraries enable those modules to communicate with Azure APIs. Together, these components create the foundation for our automation environments. In a moment, we'll verify that everything is installed correctly, connect to Azure, and then create our first Azure resource using Ansible. Let's jump into Visual Studio Code and start validating our environment step by step. Alright, let's start with the first item on our checklist, WSL. Since Ansible runs natively on Linux and we are working on Windows, we first need a Linux environment. The easiest and most common way to do this by using Windows Subsystem for Linux or WSL. Okay, let's check if the WSL is already installed in this machine or not. If I say WSL-L-V, it's going to show me that Windows Subsystem for Linux is already installed but has no installed distribution. For installing any distribution like Ubuntu, we can use WSL-install Ubuntu. However, WSL is only the platform. We still need an actual Linux operation system to run inside it. Think of WSL as the container and Ubuntu as the operation system that lives inside that container. Right now, we have Windows and WSL, but we're still missing Ubuntu. I'm gonna hit the enter. This command downloads Ubuntu, install it inside WSL, and prepares our Linux environment. After installation completes, Ubuntu will ask us to create a Linux username and password. I'm going to use user1. Okay, after entering username and password, you can notice that my prompt has changed from PowerShell to a Linux prompt. That tells us we are now inside Ubuntu. From this point forward, almost everything related to Ansible will happen inside these Linux environments. So basically, we have installed a lightweight Linux on our Windows, and we are going to do everything is related to Ansible inside these Linux environments. This is actually how Ansible typically runs on Windows machines. Windows hosts WSL, WSL hosts Ubuntu, Ubuntu hosts Ansible, and Ansible manages Azure. So we already installed Ubuntu. Now we are at Ubuntu right now. I'm gonna update. This helps avoid dependency issues later. So apps update. So let's go for the third one is Python. I'm gonna install Python on our Linux environment. Python 3 dash version. Let's first to check it if it's already installed. Okay, we have Python. The first dependencies we need is Python. Ansible is built on Python. So without Python, Ansible simply can't run. So next we need pip. Pip is a Python package manager. Just like apt installs Ubuntu packages, pip installs Python packages. We'll use it later to install Azure SDK libraries. I'm going to say sudo apt install Python 3-pip-y. So The next one is installing support for Python virtual environments. Modern version of Ubuntu protect the system Python installation. Earlier, we encountered the externally managed environment error when trying to install packages globally. That's actually a safety feature designed to protect the operation system. Instead of modifying system Python, Python recommends using virtual environments. Sudo apt install Python 3 dash v and I say Python 3 dash o dash. So I'm gonna use these commands. So let me clear this and we can talk about this a little bit. So you'll notice .v env appeared in my prompt. That means we've activated our virtual environment. Think of it as a private Python workspace for this project. Everything we install from this point forward stays isolated to this project and won't affect the rest of the operation system. And let's go and install Azure CLI. So I'm going to use this command to install Azure CLI. You can see we are doing all of these installations inside the Azure, inside the Linux environment. If I say AZ version, so it's already installed. Azure CLI allows us to authenticate to Azure and interact with our subscription directly from the terminal. So next, we can go for connecting to Azure account. And since Ansible will run inside Ubuntu, we also want our Azure authentication to live inside Ubuntu. This command generates a device code and provides a URL. Simply we can open the browser, enter the code Azure login dash dash use dash device dash code. So this command generates a device code and provides a URL. Simply open the browser, enter the code, and sign in with your Azure account. If I hit enter, you can see we have one URL. If I click on this URL and copy and paste this code into our text box, we can use our account into the browser. And if I hit the continue, it's going to show us all of the subscriptions that I have. I'm going to use the first one and hit enter, and it's already connected to our Azure subscription. So if I use Azure account show, it's going to show my subscription and my tenant and all of the details. So we are now connected to Azure. Let's go and install Ansible. So if I use pip install Ansible, Ansible is the automation engine that will execute our playbooks and manage our Azure resources. So successfully installed. I'm going to work on this one, Azure Collection. Ansible itself doesn't know how to create Azure resources. The Azure Collection adds Azure specific modules such as resource groups, virtual machines, storage account, and networking. And if I use this command, it's going to install Azure Collection. Starting Azure install process, nothing to do, all requests collection already installed. Okay, we're good with this. So let's go for the last one. Check Azure Dependencies. Azure Collection gives us the Ansible modules, and Azure SDK libraries provide the communication layer that allows those modules to talk to Azure APIs. I'm going to use this command and paste it here. Install successfully. Alright, before we move on, let's take a quick look at the big picture. Windows hosts WSL. WSL gives us our Ubuntu Linux environment. Inside Ubuntu, we run Python and we create a virtual environment to keep our dependencies isolated and clean. Inside the environment, we install Azure CLI for authentication, Ansible as our automation engine, the Azure Collection for Azure modules, and the Azure SDK libraries for API communication. And finally, everything connects securely to Azure. Our automation environment is now fully ready. Before we jump into security and more advanced automation, I want to run a very small project just to make sure everything is working properly. Think of this as a health check for our environment. We want to verify Ansible can run successfully, communicate with Azure, authenticate correctly, and create resources in our subscription. For that, we'll create one of the simplest Azure resources possible, a resource group. If this works, it means our entire automation stack, from Windows to WSL to Ubuntu to Python to Ansible and finally to Azure, is working exactly as expected. Before writing the code, let's quickly organize our project. I like to create a simple and clean folder structure right from the beginning. We'll create a playbooks folder for our playbooks, an inventory folder for inventories, a group vars folder for variables, and an Ansible CFG file for our configuration. For now, we'll only create a single playbook called create-rg.yaml. Then we are calling Azure Resource Group module from the Azure Collection. Finally, we provide the resource group name and Azure region. Alright, enough setup and enough installations. Let's see if this thing actually works. We are going to run a very small project just to verify that our environment is healthy and ready for the rest of this series. If this works, we'll know that our authentication, dependencies, and automation stack are all working correctly. Before we continue, let's quickly understand where we are. As we discussed earlier, we are working on Windows and using VS Code, but Ansible itself is running inside Ubuntu through WSL. You can also see VENV at the beginning of the prompt. That means we are currently inside our Python virtual environment. This virtual environment contains all of our project dependencies, including Ansible, the Azure Collection, and Azure SDK libraries. So this is the environment from which our playbook will run and communicate with Azure. Now let's create a simple project structure. So with this command, we are going to create file and folders for our simple project. I'm going to copy and paste it here. Okay, so now we have this structure of the project. The playbooks folder will contain our playbooks here. The inventory folder will contain inventory files. The group vars folder will contain variables for future project. And Ansible.cfg allows us to customize Ansible behavior if needed. So now let's open our playbook file. Since we're already using VS Code with the WSL extension, I can open file directly from the terminal. If I use this command, VS Code open our YAML file, and I'm gonna copy and paste here. This is our code. I'm gonna copy this code and paste here. When you see this circle here, it means it's not saved. I'm gonna save this file. Let's quickly look at our code. This one means Ansible will execute this playbook locally from our Ubuntu machine. Connection local tells Ansible not to connect to a remote server. Instead, it will execute locally and communicate directly with Azure. Inside the task section, we are using the Azure Resource Group module from the Azure Collection. We're simply asking Azure to create a resource group naming rg-ansible-demo in the Canada Central region. So let's try and run command Ansible playbook playbooks and create-rg-yaml. Sounds good. It could create our resource group on Azure portal. I'm gonna check if our resource group rg-ansible-demo on our Azure portal in this location. So if I go to resource group, we can see our resource group here, and the location is Canada Central. Perfect. Our playbook ran successfully. We were able to authenticate to Azure, connect to our Azure subscription, and create a resource group automatically using Ansible. Our environment is now ready. We've installed all requirement components connected to Azure and successfully deployed our first resource using Ansible. But remember, this environment is not secure yet. In video 3, we'll start building security into our infrastructure using NSGs ASGs, and Ansible variables. See you in the next video.